Get excited, Cam.
with a lot of energy.
Obviously, last time y'all played, Mississippi State kind of took that crazy fourth quarter comeback to get the win. I guess you probably don't want to have to come down from 15 in the fourth again to win. So just, what do you identify on the scout that you can probably do better to not be in that position?
When we go back and watch it, obviously there's always areas that you can grow. No, we do not want to have to come back from 15 down, but it's going to be a great game. State is a tough team led by Anastasia Hayes. But, I think we can do a better job in the ball screen defense. We didn't always play our coverages correctly. Thought we missed some layups early. Ryan getting in foul trouble, I thought, took us out of rhythm. So there's a lot that we can will grow from.
Coach, today, Jada Walker got named the All-SEC freshman team. How proud of you, or how proud are you of her in her first year?
So proud of her. She is a fearless competitor. She was our lone freshman and first day on campus. One of the first things I told her, don't back down. We're going to need what you bring. And I thought she did that. Great to be mentored by Jazmine, a veteran point guard, but so happy for her. She's put in the work and she definitely deserves it.
Jazz, how have you seen both yourself and Jada kind of work in tandem this year and grow as the season's gone on?
Me and Jada are complete opposites on the court, but I look up to her in a way. Her energy, her effort for all 40 minutes. She probably doesn't know this, but I look to her for that, just like she looks at me for the mental part of it. So we kind of feed off each other hand in hand, opposites attract at this point. So yeah.
Jalen just mentioned how you've been a mentor to her, and you mentioned you guys are kind of opposites. So how does that work then? You guys have such different playing styles. How are you able to kind of guide her through the college process?
It's all mental. She has everything she needs as a player. Physical wise, she's an amazing player. It's just the game had to slow down for her, and that's really what it is. She gets in her head a lot, and so just us as a team, we try to bring her back and let her know it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. You're a freshman at the end of the day, so it's just on to the next play.
Coach, in terms of play versus time of preparation, whatever, how we can try to keep as much as normal or a day of preparation or getting the girls in Nashville and practice and scouting and other teams and going on?
Yeah, it's tough, but what we're going to focus on today when we head to practice, business as usual. It's going to be a fun tournament. It's a great experience. I want them to take in the moment. That's the fun part of being a college athlete, to get to March, because February, it feels like March is never going to come. But they understand what's at stake. We have to be focused, locked in on what we need to get done while we're there.
Kara, when you think back to those games in late January when you held Dre out in 4 straight games, how much do you think that was an important moment just in terms of establishing the culture and the team, atmosphere that you want in Kentucky, and any, residual effect that it's had on the way the team plays since?
We talked about that when it happened. Dre is an unbelievable player, and she has proven that on the court. But she's a great person, and even though I had to sit her out for disciplinary actions, she has paid her price and consequence, and we have moved forward. But there is a culture that I want at Kentucky, and a standard and expectation, which we will have, and she has bought in along with everyone else, and I think it has made us closer as a team, and you weather the storm together through the good and the bad.
Jazmine, as far as just from a team perspective, finishing out the season the way you guys did, what kind of confidence and the momentum does that build for you guys going into the SEC tournament?
It's a big confidence booster. At this point, it was kind of do or die. It was like, do we want to go to the tournament or do we not? So we rallied together one game at a time. That's what we're focusing on in the tournament, one game at a time, just like we did with those last 6 games. So it's definitely brought us closer together. We realized we're a phenomenal team. We just got to play together.
It's you as a player, how has your preparation or the way you get ready for the SEC tournament changed over the years?
Day by day, year by year, you learn every single year. SEC is definitely a tough conference. Every game you got to be ready to play. So just really just tying shoes up and be ready to fight every game is kind of how I've been thinking.
You had 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 assists in the fourth quarter alone against Mississippi State during that comeback. What can you take from that, not only personally but as a team, and maybe putting
4 quarters this time against them?
Just going out there and doing it. It's a mindset. It's a will. Knowing what you bring to the table and what your team needs from you, just being willing to do every aspect of that, whatever it is, passing, rebounding, scoring, defending. That's what I'll do. So that's what I've been doing.
Coach, I asked Jazmine, but I guess from like a higher up perspective, how's it been seeing your team kind of just transform over these past few games and suddenly reaching that peak that you kind of were hoping for earlier in the season?
Yeah, I'm so proud of this team. The resiliency, the toughness, the togetherness, having the right focus. Basketball season will present challenges. You're going to have your ups and downs, and we could have laid down, but we didn't. I was always confident in this team. We have enough talent to get the job done. It's good that we are playing well during this time. You always want to peak in March.
Just for you as a coach as well, after going through kind of whirlwind last year, how do you think that influenced the way you handle kind of the up and down ride of this season's been?
Well, it's been 2 years of learning, learning on the job, but you learn and grow, and some of it some of it you go with gut instincts. I'm surrounded by amazing staff that really helps. But one of the things is leading through adversity. It's really easy to lead when you are winning and everything's going well. It's when you have to stand in the fire, talking to your team, getting advice from other people, but you find a way to get the job done, and was very confident in this group, and I'm glad to see us rally.
Jazmine, as the kind of leader on the court, as Coach Elzy called you, did you kind of have the same feelings about going through the adversity this year?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of pressure, especially when the team looks to you as a leader. It's hard to say. You really can't have bad days. You can't afford to have bad days. It's just on to the next. You just instill that confidence into your team so they'll have that. So it's definitely been hard, but we figured it out.
And I will say, since I have her with me, I've talked about it, not in front of her, but I've challenged her. It's hard to be a point guard at Kentucky. There's a lot of responsibility, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of pressure, and an expectation. She is the coach on the floor, and she was not happy with me a lot of days, and that's okay. But what I love about Jazmine is she was going to step up to the challenge. She didn't like me kind of pushing her out of her comfort zone, but I knew she had more, and she showed more, and that has made us a better team. So she did step up to the challenge, and she still has some more left. We still have work left to do, but I do want to give credit where credit's due.
Coach, I think back to the first South Carolina game, you talked about Jada saying, look, you can just pick yourself up. Like, you'll have games like this. To see the smiles on faces right now, your players' faces, to say, kind of like, I told you, if you just buy in, this is what happens. To see everybody kind of commit and be playing the best basketball around this time of year. That's the vision that you envision.
Absolutely. Like I said, this team always had it, but it's great to see some smiles, but also this team had to put their head down and grind and buy in, and everyone was all in. And like I told them in the locker room, no one's coming, no one's leaving. This is all we have. So we're either going to figure it out or we're going to lay down. So we figured it out. They rose to the occasion, and I'm proud of this group for their resiliency.
Can you talk about Mississippi State, that first game, if you remember, Smith?
It was a little rough. But we rallied together and we came back. Like Coach said, we kind of blew coverages on defense and different stuff like that. But just playing the full 40 minutes this time, we started out strong, but throughout the game we kind of relaxed a little bit. So that's really comes down to just playing the full 40 minutes how we're supposed to play.
Anything else? I can say one more. Coach mentioned a second ago, but in what ways were you kind of made uncomfortable, during this process?
Oh, yes. In what ways? I would love to hear this.
I'll put you up there.
I'm really, she tells me not to leave from the back. I'm a very chill, laid back person off the floor. Sometimes I chill on the court, and sometimes it's very recognizable. But she definitely challenged me to play the full 40 minutes, push past your limits. You think you're tired, you think you have more, you have more. Even when I thought I didn't have more, she was like, nah, you might not see it now, but you do. So just being intentional with every little detail, whether it's practice, whether it's getting on the bus a little earlier, whether it's just anything, just being more intentional with every aspect. So yeah, I ain't kind of like it a little bit, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and do it. Let me show you.
Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Let's just try it.
Yeah, so that's what it really was for me.
Is it you tell when you're being laid back, or does it take a little kick from coach?
I don't recognize it. It's just my personality. I'm a real chill person, so she's like.
She
nah.
does recognize it when I come in the huddle and start screaming and beating on the clipboard.
That's it. Or in film when I'm like, you know what? I was kind of jogging, chilling a little bit, but other than that, it probably takes one of my teammates, Coach Elzy, telling me like, "Come on, let's go, like rip it up." But other than that, yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.